Now you should remember, I'm not going to do the whole of Saundarya. We need 5, 6, maybe 10 satsangs to do that or more. But 1 month of Saundarya we can do. But I'm going to check up. I know we can't do, I'm saying we need to do if we need to cover the Saundarya. But we discussed the essence of it, and now I'm just going to look at 1 or 2 slokas so that you get an idea. Those who don't have an idea. Now you must remember that the first sloka of the Saundarya Lahari praises not only Shakti but also Shiva. So here it's looked at, the whole concept of divinity is looked at as Ardhanarishwara, Shiva and Shakti together. Even but physically, normally, no human body is completely male and completely female. When the male hormones predominate, you are a male. Female hormones predominate, you are a female. But there are both in small quantities, man and woman. So Shiva Shakti. So the first sloka of the Saundarya Lahari is Shiva Shaktya Yukto Yadi Bhavati Shaktaha Prabhavitam Nache Devam Devo Nakhalu Kushalaha Spanditumapi Atastva Maradhyam Harihara Virinchati Viravi Pranantam Stotum Vakatamakrita Punyaha Prabhavati. This is the first sloka of Saundarya. I hope it I'm saying properly. Yes. So, if you translate it, literally, it means united with Shakti, Shiva is endowed with the power to create the universe. Without Shakti, Shiva doesn't have the power to create the universe. I hope all Shivas are listening. Shaktis, of course, no, so they are shaking their head. United with Shakti, Shiva is endowed with the power to create the universe. Otherwise, he is incapable even of movement. You can drive the car, but there has to be a, what is that thing called? Google? Navigator. Usually men drive, but the navigation is from behind. So, united with Shakti, Shiva is endowed with the power to create the universe. Otherwise, he is incapable even of movement. Shiva Shaktya Yukto Yadi Bhavati Shaktaha Prabhavitam Nache Devam Devo Nakhalu Kushalaha Spanditumapi. Therefore, who accept those endowed with great merits acquired in the past can be fortunate enough to salute or to praise Thee, O Divine Mother, who are adored, Harihara Virinjati Virapi, who are adored by even Hari, Hara and Virinchi. So unless, Shankara says, unless and until we have done many good things in our life, this life and in the past life, who will get the chance to praise Thee, O Goddess, without whom even Shiva is powerless. In fact, the Shaktas say that if you take E, which is Shakti, from Shiva, Shiva becomes Shava. Please don't mistake me, Shiva is not separate from Shakti. So, So this Devi whom we are praising, says Shankara, and glorifies the Divine Mother further by saying, Taniyam sam pamsam tava charana pankarucha bhavam virinchi sanjinyan virachayate lokana vikalam vahatvenam shauri katamapi sahasranaha shirasam hara sushadayanam bhajati bhasito dhulana vidhim. Dhulana vidhim. Bhasito dhulana vidhim. Gathering a minute particle of dust from thy lotus feet, one particle of dhulam from your feet, Brahma, the creator, brings into being this universe, limitless and mysterious without any imperfection. The sustainer, who is Vishnu, as Adishesha, somehow supports this universe made out of that dust with his 1,000 hoods. And Hara, the destroyer, crushing it into powder, rubs ashes all over the body, his body, at the time of the end. What Shankara is trying to say, there is no activity, creation, preservation or destruction without the participation of Shakti, of this energy. Summing it up, this is what it means. And so on and so forth. Then there are beautiful descriptions of how the Devi resides in all the centers, starting with Mooladhara and right up to Sahasrara. So many beautiful slokas are there. Now, having said all that, in a universal context, Shankara comes back to the individual. He says, having said all this about Shakti, in the human frame, where does she reside? Having penetrated the Prithvi, Mahi Mooladhare kamapi Manipure hutavaham. Having penetrated Prithvi element in the Mooladhara, the Jala element in the Manipura, and Stidam Swadhisthane Hridi Marutam Akashamupari, residing in Swadhisthana in the form of Agni element in the Swadhisthana, Vayu in the heart, Akasha element, and above that in the Vishuddhi and in the Ajna between the eyebrows, Manopi Bhru Madhye Sakalam Api Vitva Kalapatam. Bhru Madhye is the Ajna center. You, O Shakti, ascending the Shushumna or the Kula path, dances with your concert in the solitude of Sahasrara, the 1,000-petal lotus above the head. So you see the description of Devi outside and the connection of the Devi inside is beautifully expressed in the Saundarya Lahari by Shankara, saying this Devi which I am praising resides in us in the Mooladhara as Prithvi. In the Swadhisthana, now there is a little controversy in this. Some say Manipura is fire and some say it doesn't matter. It's Apas Tattva, it's Swadhisthana. Then you reside in Manipura, then you reside as Vayu in the Hridaya, then as pure light, as Akasha in the Vishuddha, and as pure light in the Ajna, and then after having ascended all that, you sport in ecstasy in the Sahasrara with your Lord. The Kula mentioned here, some people say Kulachara, Kaulachara. The Kula actually means the path of the Sushumna Nadi. Footing in the Sushumna Nadi. So, what you asked, we are doing Kriya. What are we doing? We're doing the same thing, taking the Bindu through the Sushumna to the Sahasrara. Thing is, when you do that, when you look out, you should also look at the Devis outside and think that this is also the Devi inside. Then you have turned your Kriya into Tantra.